Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on Off War Ultimate Apocalypse Cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 vs 3 on Percipian Badlands. Playing on Team 1 as the Sisters of Battle, we've got Stranger. We've got Psychod playing as the Chaos Space Marines. And we've got Malkador playing as the Demon Hunters. So Team 2 playing as the Imperial Guard, we've got Spoiken and the Koiken. We've got Martinez playing as the Eldar. And we've got the Blast Furnace, the Hedgehog Man, playing as the Imperial Guard as well. Interesting name, Blast Furnace. I wonder if you've got your Sonotune medallion on. Which, I mean, you'll definitely need it up against this roster of fine young men up on the... I mean, it's a very orange map, isn't it? Very, very what's-it-esque thing. Got a lovely little circly thingy medoodad over there with a line going through the middle, so it's like a stop kind of sign. And yeah, I do quite like this map. There's plenty of space, lots of narrow choke points, and I do quite like the distance between the players. Does give everyone a little bit of a chance to build up their defences, as well as also... build up some sort of counter stuff. People come charging down with some tanks. You've got a little bit of time to build up some anti-tank stuff before they come knocking on your door. We've got critical locations on in the centre as well, and lots of relics. How many relics are there to choose from? Looking at the mini-map, there's one over here. There's definitely one over there. Is it just one for each? I think it might be. Okay, fair enough. So who's going to get the relic on this? Well, I assume it's going to be Blast Furnace. I mean, the Imperial Guard have got quite a roster of relic units for them to make use of. And then on this side, Demon Hunters. I mean, I suppose you've got some interesting relics on your side, so fair enough. You've got the big battlefield fortress thingamadoodad. We've got Angels. We've got a Commissar just standing firm against 4 women. Going to be supported by some Storm Guardians, but they're all going to fall back just for now. We can't join their ranks because that would be heresy. We can move with them in a kind of close but not so close kind of friendship. There's a grenade. Lots of girls on the back. They are in heavy cover there. There goes another grenade. Knocks them both out of the heavy cover, actually. My fine job, and plenty of flamers as well, giving them a taste of their own medicine. It's not every day that you see the Sisters of Battle being set ablaze, being set aflame. And plenty of guardsmen to also come over and do some supporting as well. Got some stormtroopers of the regular kind, not the elite ones. Just normal men, innocent men going about there, but there's the elite stormtroopers. Powerful ranged weapons for them to go for. Got 5 Spot Lieutenant in there to kind of like a commander. There's a fair bit of damage with her las gun. But again, making use of the heavy cover. They should be able to hold firm, especially with some heretic Astartes coming up the backside. If you pardon the phrasing, it's not meant to sound rude. Just me trying to speak the English. Idris Elba with a mighty... Not sure that's how you use your sword, Idris Elba, but I mean, he's going to charge straight for him. Good lord, look at that speed. He means business. He's going to do what he can. Commissar's fallen behind his men. Maybe he's just potentially just drawing these guys away to save his boys. Bill Guardsman attempting to capture the critical location on the left-hand side, but will not be able to stand up against all this bolt gunfire coming in. Sister Battle having a bit of a trouble. It's a 2 versus 1. There's also a flag, which is always cool to see. Can't fight a man with a flag. It's too imposing. Could do with some grenades on these ladies to do some big damage to these low health models. We've got to be careful of those Storm Guardians. Don't want to lose your morale mid-fight. Hedgehog Man says he's going to leave, probably to put pressure somewhere else. Or help defend. I mean, yeah, help defend, that makes sense. Malkador and Psychod pushing into Sproiken. And all his men come crumbling down. Yeah, that's no, you're meant to use your sword. Don't grab onto the sharp bits, Idris Elba. That's not how swords work. One lone guardsman going in for a charge there. Unable to get a good bayonet off into the flanks and the hide of those Chaos Space Marines. You could just jump inside your listing post, young men. But no, they're not going to die inside. I mean, at least let the lady go inside. But no, she wants to feel the sun on her back as time goes on by. Very unusual that we're not seeing more defensive structures around this area. You'd imagine that the Imperial Guard would build up quite a solid defense over here if he was getting pushed in. Does some Eldari nonsense. And also Imperial Guard stuff right down in the middle. Hopefully they might pressure the Chaos Space Marines to come back. It's not guaranteed. Don't know where that... you just... Was that a friendly grenade being thrown in there? Well, you've got to keep your boys on your toes, don't you? Never assume that things are safe in the 41st millennium. Those Chaos Space Marines are absolutely wrecking face. Now got a beautiful purpley blacky flamethrower there. Casting forth warp fire across all who deign to get in its path. And there's just little bits of engagements going on everywhere at the moment. No serious pushes apart from the Chaos Space Marines, but I doubt that they'll want to go too far in at the moment. Imperial Guard have the potential to defend with their field command. Although they are going to go for it. Are you? He's thinking about it. No, he's going to fall back. It's going to say always risky to be aggressive towards Imperial Guard before you start getting your anti-building and vehicle weaponry. But it does seem that team, what number are you? Team 2 have got control over the centre. Just got to make sure that they are able to keep their hands on it. Especially for these Chaos Space Marines just bolstering that left side. We'll scare away the commissar. In fact, one huge explosion taking him off. Over here, these sisters are doing a mighty fine job against the Eldar. They've now got flamethrowers of their own. So fire on fire. Although the Eldari seem to have 4 flamers, as opposed to the sisters just the one. Engage them in close combat. Oh no, they're never going to bother hitting them in close combat. Just get right close and personal. Open the flamer and enjoy yourself. Chaos Space Marines are now surrounded on multiple angles. Grenade launchers from the guardsmen keeps them out of range of the majority of the fire of the Chaos Space Marines. But now the sisters are marching forward. Beautiful grenades going off right in the middle of those guardsmen. Commissar goes down. We'll pop down some sandbanks to cover their retreat. But against all of this, lots of heavy weapons been added to all these squads here. Don't normally see this level of commitment to the infantry squads. Normally it's a quick tier 1/2 and then into vehicles. But no, not today. Here's the first Chimera of the game. Opening up with a heavy flamer to break more morale. One lonely cultist has got no friends, but strong independent man who needs no man. And some rangers just to break down the morale from a distance. Interesting choice. I mean, you will be able to do a lot of damage to the elite stormtroopers and any other kind of lightly armoured infantry, but we've got Chaos Space Marines on the opposing side. Assume maybe Dark Reapers. But the fire is coming in. Those plasma guns doing a world of hurt. Against some those grenades, bloody hell. Really strong, but that flagman can't knock him down, lands on his feet. He's like a cat. Just don't stroke him, he doesn't like it. No one should break his personal space. There's the Commissar cadets. On the other side, the Battle Sisters keep on keeping on. Grenades been thrown. Again, was that more friendly fire with grenades? Looked like it to me. Oh no, you're not friendly. Right, okay, there were Battle Sisters in the middle of them. Okay, alright. Still friendly fire, but taking out some damage of the enemy. So, not the most friendliest of fire. Or it is, depending on how you look at it. Guardsmen for Team 2 absolutely spread out. I mean, there are 2 players playing as the Guardsmen, so there'll be lots of opportunity for a swarm of heavily armoured, heavily equipped men. I mean, flak armour isn't exactly the strongest of armour, but they're doing stuff. They're trying. Special weapons team over here, they've got their Inferno grenades and their stun grenades. A little bit of a combination of the two to break morale and to slow people down. Is that a bouncer grenade then? Maybe think of Worms Armageddon for a second then. You can never throw a grenade in that game. Always landed in the water. Just grenade madness. My goodness, it's like a game of basketball where everyone's travelling. No, I know nothing about baseball, I'll be completely honest. All I know is that it's not Dawn of War, so it's not worth playing. The sisters, they've all rushing away. Someone's done things. Good lord. If you're watching this with your kids, turn your child's face away. I was going to explain some things. Which is not pleasant for anyone. Yeah, that's just a powerful guardsman line. making maximum use of the standard bearers and all the little heroes in there to keep their ranks going. There's the double Dark Reapers. That's what we wanted to see. And very quickly, all these Battle Sisters are going to be slammed down. That Wave Serpent, as quick as you like, and keep on top of them. Moving towards the heavy cover as well, so very nice stuff. Will resist that incoming damage, although can't fit them all in. Not enough room. Inside the base, though, things are happening. My goodness, how did I miss this? Look at my wonderful, amazing, unquestionable map awareness. Chimera Assault tank coming in, bringing some boys over, and then leaving them behind. We've got to run. Can they survive? No, one guy... Oh, he's lost his friends, and he point-blank refuses to go. No, she'll stay there. She'll die with her men. One honourable way to do things. There was a couple of Sentinel Scout Walkers with their multi-melters. Won't do much against the infantry, but not too bad at sniping out those tanks. Got a Hellhound for more fire. And increasing amounts of Battle Sisters on the back lines. Now, how would you crack this firing formation? Be really careful about these Dark Reapers. Love their positioning on top of the hill. Force these guys to move around the long way to get them. And they're just back into the Wave Serpent and run away. Yeah, this is really difficult. We will need to see some Demon Hunters coming down to provide some supporting fire. You are on your way to getting teleporting stuff. Don't know whether you've built anything inside your thingamadoodads at the moment. But the Demon Hunters can help their friends across the map by just throwing Dreadnoughts everywhere. Here comes some Chaos Space Marines. Going to struggle against the Dark Reapers, but they do have a lot of health to contend with. Chaos Lord running on forward. Wave Serpent's down, so the Dark Reapers will have to rush on home with their fleet of foot if they want to reposition themselves. Double Hellhounds firing deep into the ranks of the Chaos Space Marines. I'll turn the camera just to see the whole kit and caboodle. Sisters of Battle doing a bit of a flank. Couple of Battle Sister squads. Couple of Sentinel Scout Walkers. And this is a precarious situation for the lightly armoured infantry. Do have Rangers to shoot things down. Chaos Space Marines looks like they're on their way out. But can the Battle Sisters help break this little archipelago of lads? One Hellhound is down, another Hellhound has gone offline as well. The Chaos Space Marines have done all that they can. Gonna walk home to avoid any kind of squad wipes. A wonderful placement for the Webway Gate will allow Martinez to constantly reinforce his lads for the streamlined travelling of a Webway Gate. A Chaos Sorcerer in here, who's routed some people before they then run away. Commissar Cadets almost been squad wiped, but not quite. Relatively expensive at 55 blue and 15 green, but Ultimate Apocalypse economies can't really take that at face value. Left hand side, the Demon Hunters are getting some retribution and payback. They are armed with melter guns, and they know how to use them, although it looks a bit like a disco at the moment. Just lights flashing everywhere. A couple of heavy weapons teams doing the damage, but they don't like, even when being hunkered down, being on the receiving end of anything. So falling foul relatively quickly. And Korken, or Kuken, however one pronounces that man's name. I think it changes on the day. Having a bit of difficulty on his side. But in team games, you don't need to win. You just need to hold your line and allow your allies to do their bits. So the Eldari thinking about teleporting over to support. Lovely. Again, another useful place of the Webway Gate. Elite Stormtroopers. Don't know what is about to occur to them. As Primaris Psyker, General, and a Commissar Cadet Squad with a Commissar are going to ignore them. Okay, alright. We're going to go then. Oh, you're going to... You're not ignoring them, you're just teasing them a bit. Plenty of Psychic Madness coming in. Also the Dark Reapers adding their shuriken fire to the landscape. Good lord, that Psyker just decided, right, okay, I want everyone here dead. I'm just going to activate My Kamehameha. And, oh dear, oh god. Lots of friendly fire, we love it. We love it when we see it. There's no friends here. Icon of Purification is next to go down. And what is the current state of things at the moment? If you pardon my frame rate when we withdraw. So we've got some Imperial tanks, some counter to the, well, not necessarily counter, but like Hellhounds, but a bit more flexible. Got tier 2/3 coming for you. You're, I assume, I mean, can we tell by your pillars? Not quite. You're definitely at least a tier 1/2. You are bringing out the, let me click on you, the Grey Knights teleporter. So good tech from Team 1. I've got your mechanized command for the good stuff. Lehman Russell, actually, you're in tier 2/3. Eldar, you're going for all your upgrades as well. And then what are you doing, Blast Furnace? Same kind of deal. Oh yeah, you're in tier 2/3 because you've got a little pillar box on you. Big push comes in. Death Soldier's bunker. Just having a wild disco. And Chaos Source Lord from Psycherd. So he's gone for the Zinchian path. And look at that. I mean, the Primaris Psycho was doing a good job, but can't know magic like a Thousand Sun Sorcerer. No risk of going mad, because he's already mad. There we go, double sorcerers, look at that. Morcerer, if you will. A little bit of a counter-attack. These sisters have decided just to send some Sentinel Scout Walkers into the Eldari base. Very rude. After all, you'd expect them to fight on those front lines with everyone else, but that's what the Dark Reapers come back home. Open fire on the Scout Walkers. Not built for doing damage against vehicles there. And good night, sweet prince, to all those plasma generators. We'll turn their attention to the second farm as well. A dancing Imperial tank. Can't be the most efficient way to spend your flamer ammo, but I mean, that's doing it. But I don't think this unit composition will be taking care of the Eldari anytime soon, especially when those Fire Dragons are out and about. Double Lemon Russes outside the Chaos Space Marines base. The Commoners Cadets have been chained to the ground, which will allow these guys to pick them off one by one. Over on this side, the Cassicans seemingly having a bit of difficulty with the Hellfire Dreadnought. Also got the mighty Thunderhammer. There we go, that's how you use it. Much better than a sword. Using those kinds of fighting techniques. And plenty of back and forth so far. No one's really been able to build up or capture much in the centre. Just these ever-changing front lines. And it's hard to really say which team has got the majority advantage. I mean, I suppose unit composition-wise, you've got the Eldar for Team 2 that can help everyone with their teleporting infantry. Got Demon Hunters, like I said earlier on, they can drop things in. Not seeing much in the way of Faith being used by the sisters at the moment. But that might make a big change. Beautiful artillery. Knocking all this squishy meat stuff out and about. But now we've got triple Lehman Russes saying hello. And those rockets won't be doing anything against their armour. Gonna go for another Exorcist after losing one. The push on the top left side continues. Chaos Space Marines seemingly the bulwark of Team 1. Always there when you need them. And their health allows them to stick around for quite some time. Also got a Chaos Dreadnought armed with naught but what the Chaos Gods gave him, which is just a couple of slicey spades. And there's a mass of Purgation Hellfire Dreadnoughts. All going for some plasma cannons for that AoE damage. But a slow engagement. No one really dying too quickly in that. Gives everyone a bit of time to think about what their next move is. I suppose for the Chaos Dreadnought, the next move is just going forward. Inside the Sisters of Battle base. Triple Lehman Russes, well, double Lehman Russes and one Lehman Russ command tank. Not gone for any upgrades. He's going to use his tried and true cigar cannon. Repentia's questionable move, stranger. Don't know if that is the way forward. Unless we've got a thick gun line to support them, but we're going to see more of them regardless. Let's see them out over and over again. Rip them open with your mighty chain sword, standing in fire as well. It's a glorious thing to witness. The Hellfire Dreadnoughts are slowly but surely pushing the Neiman Russes backwards. Eldar on the back lines, sniping out that Inquisitor Lord. And the scholars, the fish reading their books. But the morale is broken. Not sure why they're charging after a tank when the infantry are probably much better targets. There we go. Send them back over here. Chaos Space Marines are also lower number. Only got one squad of Havocs to show for all their endeavours and attention. Dark Reapers now will be pushed around by the plasma cannons. Over here, there's a couple of Retributors right inside of the Imperial Guard formation, and they are actually all going to fall back, which is interesting. Always because they see all of this stuff coming over and then don't want to risk losing things. There's the commander tank gone. So far so good. The Blast Furnace now popping down a field command just so he can cement his siege on the Sisters' front lines. Double Havoc Marines, but getting a little bit too close for comfort, I would say. And Stranger's admitting he can't defend this. He needs some assistance. And to be fair, he's got assistance in the form of the Hellfire Dreadnoughts and what was a Chaos Dreadnought. Not anymore, but that's what it's going to go for. But no matter how many Dreadnoughts to take down, there's plenty more where they came from. I've got some pressure going on the Demon Hunter's Relic. Setting up the heavy weapons teams. Archivist is slowly listing to the ground. Yeah, needs to see some sort of concerted effort. At the moment, all three major battlegrounds at the moment for Team 1 here have been fought with a Skeleton's crew against overwhelming odds. Once Demon Hunters see the field command, they should probably fall back. No chance of taking this on with this many lads around him. But as we mentioned, just hold the line and wait for your friends to win for you. Although at the moment in Team 1, no one's really coming out on top. We'll see some Grey Knight Terminators. Which, I mean, that's 6 population cap. 560 blue. 160 green. Do so much damage, but they're so costly. Don't want to be throwing their lives away too quickly. Hellfire Dreadnought, the last of his kind. Well, I mean, he's got cousins down south, but they never come to visit. Cascans with a... Oh, you don't have a standard bayonet. That was just a treat. Never mind me. Long distance double las cannons. Finish off that Hellfire Dreadnought. And what a tricky situation Stranger and the Sisters are in. Gonna go for another Exist. Yeah, artillery. Blast apart the infantry. And then use your las cannons from the Hellfire Dreadnoughts to take on the tanks. Inside the base there. Oh my goodness. The Grey Knights are going around trying to protect the affordable housing. Listening, well, sorry, should I say plasma generators. We're a prime target for that Lehman Russ, but he's dead now. And the Eldari are doing what they can. Cast soil, or whatever you call that ability, placed down below them. Also chaining some Dark Reapers on top of it. Makes them lose morale, take a bit of damage. And just generally not feel the vibes. That's tier 1 done. Now Chaos are deep striking in their Possessed Marines. Couple of slaps to the face and they are down. Hornet also down as well. And my goodness, my gracious. It's all kicking off. You think one side is going to have a cakewalk and then the other side just bring out something else. These Grey Knight Terminators are the mainstay The elite of the elite. The close fingers we're going to get to Custodians for a while. At least I think we'd have Custodians in Ultimate Apocalypse. Could be wrong, never seen them before. God, that's a lot of Grey-Knight Terminators, actually. The web spinner of the Eldari throwing some stuff in. What was that? Are you a web spinner? You are a web spinner. These guys will just shrug off that damage. They don't care one bit. They're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is fight you. That's what they intend to do. Big kick on this Commissar Cadet, sending him reeling to the ground. Have they lost their momentum? Might possibly be. Could really do with taking out this critical location and the webway gate as well. Imperial Guard on the right hand side outside the Sisters base. God, that's hard to say. Now facing off against Rubik Marines and also Havoc Marines. So while the Sisters might still struggle to defend themselves, if the Chaos Space Marines can come over the Rubicon, start firing everything, they'll certainly have a good time. Oh, come on, you've almost killed this Lehman Russ, just kill him. Don't blue ball me here, man. It's not what I signed up for. So the base, the Grey Knight Terminators up against Koiken's buildings. Gotta deny those. Oh, so you are not a... For a second, you are a field command, just a different angle. No, you were just a tank. And the Bane Blade, the mightiest of the Bane Blades. Or the Blades even, whatever you would call, whatever you would classify their type of tank is. Probably super heavy or something. But even he knows not to mess around with the Grey Knight Terminators. He's going to take a long walk home and think about his life choices. Kind of just going to break the morale. Oh no, you don't have morale, never mind. Just a morsel then. But so low on model count now. Oh, no, oh right, okay, no, you just carry on fighting. Right, okay then, keep your secrets, that's fine with me. Got plenty of firepower being thrown right on in there. It's a proper gauntlet. It will go down, but at what cost the Imperial Guard? Not much really. And what have you lost in this game? The critical location. And for a brief moment, the relic. Which you could also build on top of. That would be pretty useful. We're looking out and here they come, and oh, quite like that. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Both on the ridges, both firing each other. Guys are making use of their sandbags. And here comes some powerful Ogrins. We need to bonk some heretics on the head. Huge grenade off of the back lines. And those Ogrins getting some work done. Where the possessed Marines are, I don't know, but could really do with them at the moment. Goes down. All the same there. And now seeing the Imperial Guard of Koiken. And he's angry. He wants to get some revenge back from losing a couple of his tanks. So anti-vehicle, that's what the doctor's ordering here, Malcador. At least from one of your teammates. That would be ideal. Commissar Cadet's just been stuck a little bit behind the Baneblade, taking some friendly fire shots from those web spinners. This is going to be a difficult thing for the Demon Hunters to deal with, is this Baneblade. 1300 health. 13,000 even, sorry. What are you? You are a field command. What's blowing you up? Oh, you're blowing up. The Mobile Capital Imperialis. A fort on wheels. Which is a pleasant fort, however you fancy thinking about it. Ogrins, though, they'll happily bash a building. They've got no umbrages about anything, as long as we're able to hit something. Will slowly make its way from left to right. We're Conflagulation turret. Well, I don't think the Sisters have the best kind of turrets. They're the ones that spin around, which aren't usually a very good idea. We'll see a penitent engine spawning from the mobile capsule there. Much like a Necron monolith, wherever it is in the world, it can continue building certain aspects of the Sisters roster. Has got Saint Arabella. We're seeing what she can do. The slow fly on over. What's going on over here? The tank's still standing. For how much longer when this venerable dreadnought is doing stuff? Baneblade is in this little nook around the side. The Grey Knight's low in number, but not in heart. They've got some defensive stuff on the left-hand side here, just to counter out that Baneblade. So as I mentioned before, that's the good thing about a map like this, that it does give you plenty of time to respond. There is another Baneblade. St. Arabella trying to carve it like a Christmas turkey. But the mobile capital has seen better days. Is definitely struggling. There's a penitent engine. Go on, send him forth, or send her forth to do stuff. And smoke and fire is everywhere. That Baneblade doing a 90-degree shot. Which, I mean, ideally you want him to take out that Angel. Angels aren't typically known for their massive strength or health pool, but their ability to jump around and also be resurrected once every now and then is nothing but annoying for other people to play against. Just when you think she's dead, nope, she comes back. You got golden armor? Ah, because you're redemptionists. Spare not your gold on the women of the Adeptus Astoritas. Blast Furnace is now on the back foot. But too many sisters and too many punchy things to really contend with. How are you doing for your siege? Oh, you've got 2 Baneblades now. What's better than 1? Well, obviously it's 2. Quantity over quality, that's what I always say. Whenever I go to a Nando's, I always order 2 sides of chips as opposed to chips with the garlic bread, because I'm there for the raw pound of food. I don't want all this. Ooh, you can have 2 different sides. Nah, mate, give me the same twice. I know your portions. They're damn good portions. If you've not been to Nando's in the UK, I don't know if it's around in the world. Maybe you guys, comments can let me know, but highly recommend it. Highly recommend it indeed. A nice defensive placement of this infantry command. Just a shame that this field command wasn't in front of these mechanized commands. Oh, Bella just flying in it with impunity. Breaking down plasma generators. Over here it's just tanks on tanks on tanks. Triple Baneblades now. Nothing special. No kind of interesting Stormlord or whatever. It's just your OG tank. And the Demon Hunters don't have an answer for this at the moment. Just everything that comes towards them gets blasted by 1,000 boys. Beautiful sight to see. Venerable Dreadnought is in there somewhere, at least it was, until it died. More doom being witnessed. Doesn't seem to have had that much effect on them. Just going to politely ignore that. Down here the Redemptionists are being curtailed by the Fire Prism. And an Ogrin squad attached to a Ministoran Priest. Keeping them alive. And there, look at that. That's a brave charge if I've ever seen one. Grenades been sent in. Artillery from the Exist surrounding the Ogrins. And their God Save the Emperor ability has kept them alive for long enough to be able to do a bit of damage. I mean, how much do you cost to reinforce? You cost 250 and 45, bloody hell. That is late game. Ultimate Apocalypse economy right there for you. Looking like they're going to fire over a podium of some description. And just a huge engagement here. Double Baneblades, one of them must have gone down by now. Maybe by overextending or something. And all this fire is forcing the Ogrins forward. They cannot resist getting involved in a bit of a scrap. Look at all those Nares, those Rubik Marines. Go on, bash them. Bash them, Koiken. Just won't do much to you anyway. Venerable Dreadnought has seemingly come back from the dead after a little bit of a power nap. Gotta respect that. I could certainly do a power nap now myself. Second set of the game, you are Saint Celestine. Just stupid good. Much like how whenever you see a Chaos Greater Demon of Khorne, quite often the Saints will just jump on over and start bashing HQs just to force the enemy to split their defences. The Baneblade has been pushed away. The Predators with double las cannons licking at its hull, but it's still got quite a fair bit of health left over. It's not the end of the world for that. What were you for that Baneblade? We now also have a. What are you? Oh, your Tech Priest Agency here. Trying to keep things alive. Maybe the Venerable Dreadnought could just backhand him and get him. There we go. Well, more of a front hand, but as long as someone's catching hands. Spoken says help. 3 against 2. There's not been many fair engagements, in all honesty. A lot of the pushes have been a wombo combo of 2 players going up against 1. Remarkable defences from all these players. We expected the Demon Hunters to have taken a lot more damage due to those constant pushes inside their base. Same with the Sisters of Battle. But they seem to be doing just fine. After all, in Dawn of War, Ultimate Apocalypse, there's much more chance for bouncing back now. For the way that they've redone their economy. The more listening purse you have, the less kind of like a boost it gives you. First listening purse gives you 17% extra blue money, whereas the second one that you build reduces the likelihood of you winning. Got some Grey Knights in the Eldari base, and these Terminators don't die easy. Wraithguard, in theory, if you went for your close combat weapons, that's not Wraithguard, that's a different unit where they've got the swords and stuff. However, give them a chance to fire, and they'll bring in the damage. Even the Granite Terminators are struggling to stand up against this unrelenting firing. Last of his kind, Grey Knight is exploded. There's plenty more where he came from, and they're inside the Imperial Guard base now. Mass Pattern Command, there was one over here. They killed it. And now trying to build it over here. And a Pillar of World's End. Alright, so you're just going to basically... Right, so Psychode's brought forth a Pillar of World's End, which means he's now got a conduit in which to constantly bring forth demons. He's got a full squad count now, so he can't do that. We will be able to get those extra out at some point. Grey Knight throwing lads around. And even though the field command is a heavily fortified structure, it is already taking a good chunk of sad times. Gaskins with their hot gun lasses. Yeah, that's what that'll take on the vehicle made of building. I'll show them what for. It looks very pretty there. Also lovely little red and orange sparkles appearing on the side of the armour. Sister of Battle now finally in this side of things. Mechanized Commander's down. And I assume just take out the big production buildings. Don't let them get any more Baneblades online. Although, or take on the field command, that works as well. Reduces them to a couple of tiers. And very quickly are these sisters tearing down the foundations of the Imperial Guard. Over here, the Pink Horrors are now out in full force. The Eldar buildings are the prime candidate. Brass Scorpion is like a scorpion but made of brass. So I had no idea what I was going to say there. Just going with the fleur, mate. Just going with the fleur. Lovely. Oh, bloody hell, look at him. Busting a move. Fast old sod. Well, the Imperial Guard here are dead. Which is, I assume, not what they wanted. Gorkin has also gone. It's just an honourable last stand for Martinez. Martinez kicked out the game, and that, boys and girls, is that. It's my goodness, my gracious. I mean, Team 2 down here putting on some real serious pressure on the Sisters and on the Demon Hunters. But just the power of Friendship Chaos and just using these narrow choke points to their full advantage, making sure that the enemy can't use their overbearing numbers against them. Definitely not a bad idea. And even then, like, I mean, what, there was 3 Baneblades going down here at some point until they all went. So no, hats off to Team 1 there. Really impressive defensive stuff. So there we go. So cheers, boys, for sending this game into the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you 1 game a week. And there's also Discord where Discord things happen. Link to the description as always. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short. Now see you in a bit. Peace.